Howdy, RuneScapers. Today we will be conducting a plant survey in the wilderness. We're gonna need to grab a few things before we go, so I say let's finish feeding these ducks and head to the bank. Now, I think plant surveys are incredibly important to do for three main reasons. One, you can identify any potentially endangered species. Two, you can identify any potentially invasive species, which is very important. And three, I honestly just think it's good to document and record your findings because you never know what might be used for future research. Excuse me, ma'am? Okay, ladies and squirrels, I think we got everything that we need. We are fully ready to go. I'm gonna walk you through my inventory and the things that I'm bringing, just so if you ever want to do one of these in the future, you know, you can mimic my setup and maybe, you know, take part in one of these plant surveys yourself. Now, the wilderness is a pretty dangerous place, right? So, first things first, we do need to bring our white flag. This is to signal to any potential threats that we, in fact, mean no harm. We mean no harm. Now, we will also be walking a little bit, you know, a fair amount, I'd say. So, I've packed a few bananas for a potassium boost, some jugs of water for drinking, obviously. And I brought a knife as well. You never know when you're gonna need to cut through some vines. Maybe you get something stuck in your shoe, something like that. A knife is always handy. Highly recommend. Now, I've also brought a few ingredients. This is more of a personal preference. I brought a few ingredients to make a trail mix of sorts out on the trail. It's you know, but beyond just being a tasty treat, it's a really good source of energy. Now, in terms of the things that I'm wearing, I've got a very nice head protection. It's going to protect my head from any falling objects or debris, but more than anything, you know, keep the sun out of our eyes and any rain that might come our way as well. Now, finally, the terrain out there can be pretty rocky, so I want to make sure I brought my walking stick, my climbing boots, and I've gone ahead and grabbed a jacket as well in case we venture into an area that might get a little too chilly. So with that, while we still got a little bit of daylight, let's go ahead and head on out there. Okie dokie, let's go ahead and cross this here ditch. And we are now in the wilderness. How about that? So you'll notice right away we got ourselves some elm and oak trees, and more specifically winged elms or Ulmus alata. Now, these trees, I'm sure you might know this already, but these are indigenous to Lumbridge, and they've spread all around Gielinor. I'm sure you've seen them around many parts. They are fast-growing, they are adaptable, and they are resilient sons of bitches. Real nice trees. And these oaks, Quercus robur to be specific, are much the same. And look at that, to no one's surprise, we have some absolutely lovely Bellis perennis, otherwise known as the European daisy. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, we better get our white flag out here. We mean no harm, sir. We mean no harm. Oh, wow. Now look at this. What a treat. What do we have here? Now, okay, if you thought these were regular poppies, you'd definitely be wrong because these here are Papaver orientales. These are the oriental poppy. You won't want to transplant or water these. Clip them, put them in your house, they'll be dead in days. Leave these in the ground, folks. These are beautiful. My goodness, look how many there are. Oh, now here's a sad sight. Looks like we've got some Virginia creeper, Parthenocesis quinquifolia. And honestly, it does not look like it's getting the sunlight that it needs out here. It is not doing well. That is a sad sight. A real pretty plant when it gets the right sunlight. Can get confused for poison ivy though, so make sure, you know, if you think you're touching Virginia creeper, make sure you're actually touching Virginia creeper. Okay, looks like we've actually got a little pond up here. Let's see if we... Oh wow, gold mine. We got a gold mine. Look at this. Nymphaea alba, a species of water lily. Now, typically, they like bigger ponds than this, you know, but I'm guessing they're like, well, fuck it, you know, what can we do? Yeah, we only got one option out here. And it looks like we got ourselves a singular pond cattail, specifically Typha angustifolia. Always a nice plant to see. Love seeing this plant out here. Wish there was more of them, per usual. Well, not to be judgmental, looks like we got some unruly fellas right here. Let's put the white flag out. White flag, fellas. White flag, white flag. Yeah, see, he knows, he gave up. Look at that. Hey, white flag, white flag. Oh, holy shit. Now, ladies and squirrels, I'm no mycologist, but you are crazy if that isn't the most beautiful fungus you've ever seen. And look at these over here. My God, I gotta grab my mycology textbook and get back out here. This is crazy. We got like 3-4 different species out here. Look at these. Be lucky if the next time we come out here, these aren't picked. Fuck me, it's some sort of carnivorous tree? What the hell is that? Man, I'm positively stunned we aren't seeing some more plants on this coastline. This seems like prime real estate for some plant life out here. We do have some nice algae now. I say nice, I'll be honest. I'm actually not quite sure what kind of algae this is, but It could very well be a toxic species, especially knowing these parts, so let's keep our distance a bit. What the hell is this thing? Check this thing out. Well, I'm gonna shoot you straight here. I am not heading over to that smiley face in the lava, but often it can be pretty biodiverse in regions close to volcanic activity, so keep your eyes peeled. I got a feeling we're gonna find some good stuff around here. Oh God, here's a sad one, folks. Clearly some kind of invasive vine that took out this here poor tree. One lives while the other dies. You know, this is why we do this. This is why we do this plant survey, and this is why this kind of thing's important. But man, you hate to see it. Jeez, this thing absolutely must have ravaged this tree. Now, you got to be careful for these red fire puppies. Might want to jot this one down in your notebook. They do not understand the white flag, so make sure to keep your distance. Oh, now look at this. Growing right out of the rock, we've got a thriving population of what appears to be Polypodium virginianum. Now, I mean, they look happy as can be. I mean, my goodness, do they look happy. They are thriving out here. Now, folks, this is not a plant you're going to be finding on the endangered species list anytime soon. If you're worried about this plant dying out, I'll be honest with you. They're going to outlive you and me both. Guaranteed. This plant is doing just fine. All right, I am starting to get a bit chilly out here, so let's go ahead and put on our coat. Oh, look at this. Wow. Now, I know where I'm getting my Christmas tree this year. Passia abies, the European spruce. I hope these blue fellows out here are keeping them company. These are nice trees, looking real healthy. All right, now, I don't know what's going on in here, but oops. That fella just threw some water on me. I didn't mean, maybe I got in his way a little bit. Let's go and head down the trail. Sorry about that, everybody. Oh, look, he's back. Okay, well, he must not see my white flag, but I'm sure he will. Oh, ouchie. Oh.